Hey YouTube, so today I want to talk about why A/B testing might not be working for you when you run Facebook ads for your e-commerce brand and what you can do to bring changes and make it better and make your whole testing process better. So hi, my name is Rishabh. I've been a marketer for the past 2.5 years, and I have in that time I have created hundreds of ads for e-commerce brands. And yeah, I'm just sharing the lessons I learned along the way to becoming a better marketer and get more growth for the brands that I work with. Anyways, so I want to begin with the fact that the point that a lot of people that I see, a lot of brands, they depend or too much of they depend too much of their ad strategy on randomness. So what I mean is they look at trends that might be working. Okay, them that might be working like top five trends that work in 2025 or something like that. Or they look at their competitors' ads and be like, oh, I should test that. Oh, I should test that. Okay, they don't have a very strong pattern behind what they're testing and what they're not testing. There's not a lot of deliberation between what they're testing and like why they're testing it, right? Yeah. Also they might be using AI too much. Okay, they might be too dependent on AI to come up with ad ideas and then test those ad ideas, right? So that is not what we should do. What we should do instead is that be extremely deliberate about what we're testing and why we're testing it, right? So for example, you're a mushroom supplement brand, okay? Now, and you see that like comparison ads work very well, okay? Like comparison ads between like two products in like this same niche, okay? Like like comparison ads with like your direct competition have been like popping off recently, right? But through market research and through figuring out your audience, you might understand that like instead of comparing your ads to you're comparing your mushroom supplement to other mushroom supplements, it might make more sense to compare your mushroom supplement to coffee, because like a lot more people are looking for coffee alternatives because they know that like coffee causes like an afternoon crash or whatever, right? So you would only know that through market research and through understanding your audience, and then you come up with that test. But if you just randomly just compare your supplement to like another like mushroom supplement, it could work, it could not work. It'll be like totally random. But like through this process of like research and understanding your customers better, you come up with a hypothesis that has a way higher likelihood of working, because you have a very strong why behind why it could work and why it could not work. You have a very strong explanation behind the entire process, right? So now based on that comparison thing, okay. So then now let's say you compare like an image, and then you make like a video, like like a user authentic like a user video of like like why like they chose the mushroom over coffee and how it changed their life and things like that, right? And you're like very like a few different ads that you test based on that hypothesis, based on that initial hypothesis of comparing coffee with the mushroom supplement brand, right? Now based on what worked and what didn't work, now you have even more data to figure out. Now let's say you have like five ads, right? And now them like one of them ends up popping off and ends up becoming extremely profitable, and the other four ads don't work at all. Now there could also be it could also now why is this ad working? Now it could be because of randomness, but it could also be because of like a specific reason why this ad worked and why the other four didn't, right? So that now you have to figure out why is that ad working, why the other four ads are not working. Maybe like your target audience is like a younger audience, so they resonate more with like like snappy highly edited videos compared to still images or something like that. So maybe that's the reason that that ad worked and the other four didn't, okay? Or like some or it could be anything, right? But you have to come up with like you have to try figuring out why that ad is working, why the other four ads are not working. And now based on that, now let's say that like snappy highly edited videos work very well for your audience, and comparing the ad to coffee also works. So now based on those two pieces of information, you can create even more ads, right? You can come up with more tests, and like like you have a better hypothesis for like why this ad could work and why this ad could not work, right? Now if you like slowly follow that process, like over time you will have a very like strong reason to believe why an ad is working and why an ad will work, right? So you would have a very you would have a higher likelihood of figuring out ads that work well for your audience, basically. So So the more you look for patterns in the ads that you have already had that worked, and like the more you understand your audience better, you will have you would have a higher likelihood of coming with winning ads that generate even more revenue for your brand, and like that help you scale your ad campaign even further. Okay, sorry for the word salad, but basically you have to be deliberate about what you're testing and why you're testing it. And it could also be that sometimes there is not a pattern to like a pattern to why an ad worked and why the other four didn't work. Maybe it was randomness, okay, or maybe the reason that you have come up with for that ad working is not like a strong enough reason, right? For example, you thought that that ad worked because of like like snappiness in the editing or something like that, but maybe it could be that the creator that you had used for that ad, it like resonates more with your audience or something like that, right? It could be like a totally different reason to what the reason that you came up with. but but regardless, if you're deliberate about like like coming up with like better reasons to test your ads, you will eventually come up with, you would eventually see a pattern, right? Maybe not in this test, but like in the next test, but or like in the or like like 10 tests after this test or something like that, right? Maybe like but like 100 ads down the line, like 1,000 ads down the line, you would have a very strong, like like you would come across like a very strong pattern of what works and what doesn't work with the audience. And you will and that way you will also keep getting better results with the ads that you make. Okay, I hope all of this made sense to you. And yeah, basically why you should be more deliberate about the assay you're testing, compared to like like being compared to basing yourself on like randomness or like on quick trends, or like or like things like AI. Why you should be more deliberate about the ads that you come up with and the ads that you test for your brand. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And click the link down below if you're interested in working with me. Have a good day.